Hello again. Remember me? I'm that guy that you kicked to the curb. Just kidding. So I just designed a puzzle thing that I've been working on for the past couple days, trying to compact it and make it really small and make sure it works how I want it to work. And I've finally done it, and I kind of wanted to show that off today. Now, a lot of the time when I claim to have invented something, such as the video I uploaded, I believe yesterday, showing off this randomizer that requires you to get extremely lucky like I just got for an output to come out the end. This I'm sure has been done many times before. When I claim to invent it, I basically mean that, I designed it without looking at any tutorials. But for this one, I don't think I've ever seen this before. I'm not saying that it doesn't, exist at all. I'm just saying I've never seen this specific design before. So if I just grab an iron door, because I forgot to place one of those down right here. Then I'll really quickly show off what this does. So this is a puzzle where you basically need to hit all of the pressure plates as fast as possible to be able to open the door. Now this example I've got here isn't very difficult. You just run over all of them and then the door opens. And you can have it so that the door stays open only for a short amount of time or whatever, but for the sake of this I made it stay open forever. And then once you've done that, you can close it back up again if you want to, but obviously you don't have to. In a puzzle setting, the player would probably just open the door once and that's it. You've opened the door now, good job, sort of thing. And I made it actually managed to fit within this 3x3 by about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Each of the individual modules anyway. And this is what it all looks like down here. As you can see, we've just got a simple AND gate at the bottom, some pulse extenders, and then the stuff in charge of taking care of these lamps right here. And so this is the puzzle. Very, very nice and cool. Obviously you don't have to have them this close together, but this is actually, I think, as close as you can really reasonably have them. These don't fit together like tiled, because as you can see with how this is laid out, it would be like this here, and there would be redstone here. That just doesn't work. But odds are, if you're making this puzzle, you're most likely gonna have them spread out anyway, because it's a matter of being fast. And I don't normally do this whenever I make these sorts of videos, but I think I actually kind of want to show off how to make one of these things, just, for the sake of simplicity. You could very easily get it just by looking at this, but I'll go over it. So first we take our pressure plate with our redstone lamps, build this. This is the input. Then right here we get redstone, and it doesn't really matter what way you orientate this, but I'm going to do it the same as I did over here. Target block here, which you don't actually need, but I like target blocks a lot, so I put it there anyway. Sticky piston, and then redstone block. And then right here is where you start the pulse extender circuit. So right here, and then this is how that is laid out, just like so. And then just put one of these here with a torch on top, And now we do all the parts in charge of the lamps. This is just building up these blocks and putting these on these. And so now, as you'll be able to see, if I step on it, it stays on for a short amount of time and then turns off. If you wanted to make it bigger, or well, longer, then you could extend this like this. It would only take up a little extra space, you just have to run that back in like that, and now it will last much longer. Basically just the bigger pulse you want to have, the bulkier the design will be. But I'm going to stick with just a little thing like this. And then lastly is just your AND gate. Put a redstone torch, have, you know, your lines down here connecting all of the different, you know, modules you have. Just basically string that redstone around, and then once you're done with that, you can have your output. And for this one I'll make it so that it just opens the door for a short amount of time. So the way I could do that is, see if I have the door here, like this. And then, well, I'll just run this redstone up like this. It's a bit messy, but you get the idea. Just basically string it in where you need it. Now once all of the lamps connected to this are turned on, the door will stay open until, you know, one of them turns back on, which will be whatever the first one you pressed is. And yeah, that's basically the whole thing. I think it's a really neat little design. I really like this type of puzzle. I think it's kind of cool because it requires, you know, some speed. Anyone who doesn't know what you're supposed to do would probably come here and be like, what's the combination? Am I supposed to press these in a certain order? And then they won't end up pressing them fast enough, so they won't know until they actually try that that's the puzzle. And that's just really cool like that. Yep, that's it. I'm done now. Goodbye.